Hey you guys, we're here for another one. Ron is still working. He had some last minute jobs, so he's not here today. You know, I actually like walking by myself because I can just be quiet and be with my thoughts. But I am missing him today. I'm walking on an outer trail, so the highway is right there. But it's a beautiful day, and I mean like really beautiful day. It is 54 degrees here in Pennsylvania. Look, Mom, no gloves. I took them off because it's so warm. And I didn't want to stick them in my pocket for fear of losing a glove. So I think I'll just stick them right here so I can see them. And then if one falls off, I'll recognize it a lot faster. Surprisingly, there aren't a lot of people out, at least not on the outer trail, maybe because it's loud, who knows. But there aren't a lot of people out here, which is nice. I prefer that. And I even have on sneakers today. I don't even have on my boots. Although I probably should have worn my boots because the snow is melting. So there's some pretty big puddles around. I may have to throw my sneakers in the wash if they're all wet by the time I get home. Hi. One lone walker. So I read something earlier and I actually wrote it down, which brings me to, I put it in my boob. Let me see if I have it. It said, what if you finally let yourself free and allow yourself to be seen? I thought that was very fitting based on what I spoke about the other day about sharing certain things with certain people and omitting certain things from certain people. I think that in doing that, yes, it's a safeguard for yourself, because I do still agree that everything isn't for everybody. But are you guarded is the thing. And it made me start to wonder, do I always have a guard up? And I think I do. I think I do. Even with Ron, sometimes I feel like in retrospect, now that I'm thinking about it, that I have a guard up. And that's something I'm going to work on. It's one thing if you have up your guard with someone who you don't trust, who has done you wrong at some point. But when you just do it for the sake of doing it, when you just do it for the sake of doing it, you're really just closing yourself off to unknown possibilities and opportunities and blessings. And then I wonder, when did I become this way? Because I wasn't always like this. I was the type of person who trusted everyone until you gave me a reason not to. And in a lot of ways, I am still that way. But in some ways, I am seeing now that I'm guarded. I have two paths I can take here. There's one, and there's the other. Which way should I go? Hi.
Get some good pictures.
Yes. I'm gonna take the left. I don't think I've taken the left before. So, since I'm all about growing and changing today, I'll take the left. See where that takes me. What's the worst that could happen? It may be 2 miles more than I wanted to walk. But what's the best that could happen? That 2 more miles gets me more cardiovascular health. So we'll see. The last year and almost 3 months have been all about change for me. I won't say reinvention, but reinventing myself, but getting back to who I am, who I want to be, and some of who I used to be. Which is coming with a lot of attitude adjustment. Some situations where I have reacted on emotion instead of logic are coming back to me now, and I'm having like regret about it. So it's time to reevaluate certain actions and how I want to approach situations like that in the future. Just so that I can make clearer choices. I don't even know if you guys can see me anymore because that sun is so bright. But just so I can make clearer choices and not necessarily regret my decisions or wish I had had a different reaction. And that's the beauty of life, you know, we get to keep trying every day. And sometimes we get to right some of our wrongs. You know, people are always talking about forgiveness and having a forgiving spirit, forgiving those that trespass against us. But are we looking to people that we have trespassed against and asking them for forgiveness? Or are we just digging our heels in and saying, oh, well, it is what it is. I may not have made that decision had I been thinking more clearly, but now that it's made, what's done is done. I actually do have some phone calls to make and some letters to write to some people that I feel that I owe an apology to or an explanation on some things, because I may have severed some ties and hurt some feelings that really weren't my intention, but it was based on the saga that is my life. You know, you sometimes have reactions based on things that are going on in your life. You're overly stressed, emotionally taxed, lots of different things, and it causes you to make decisions you may not have otherwise made. So I have a friend. He and I were really good friends, and I said some things that were hurtful. And it may not fix the friendship, but I am going to write him a letter and apologize. I don't know how I got on this topic, but that's where it went. I'll give you guys another look at my surrounding area. Look at that tree right there. That's pretty. I think sometimes when we're mad or angry or in a negative space, it's really because we're hurt and not necessarily because we're angry or something someone did offended us. I think it's more an internal thing and not an external thing. Like, we like to blame other people and say, oh, you did this to me, or you made me mad, or whatever. It's not so much as someone made you mad. You let that person have too much control over your emotions. No one can make you mad. You choose to react that way to what someone has done. And probably most times when that person made you mad, it wasn't even about you. They were just going about their own life based on their own perceptions, doing their own thing. And here you go, coming along, getting your feelings hurt about the way they live their life and their opinions on things. And it has nothing to do with you. There's another trail over there. Apparently, I have more of this park to explore than I knew. Hi. Oh, that's okay. That's all right. I just got a sniff by a dog. Very aggressive sniff. There's another path right there. I don't think I'm going to take it today. I've taken one side step for the day as it is. I'll wait for Ron and explore more on another day. But I guess I say all that to say, reflect on ourselves more and let's not be so offendable. Let's live a life being unoffended. I think for the most part, people are doing the best they can based on their set of circumstances, the way they grew up, what they exposed themselves to, and we could try more to understand where someone's coming from instead of being so offended all the time and hurt and defensive. There's a statue right there. It's pretty cool. All right, you guys. That's my walk it out video for the day. Have a good one.